So we'll be starting with this topic, that is generative adversarial network. Now first of all, this name, that is generative adversarial network, the first term is generative. So generative means to generate. Now what are we supposed to generate? We are supposed to generate images, audio, video and text also to some extent. The model works well with the temporal data, that is the time series data, but this could be used for text also. That is why it is written to some extent only. Then is learning will happen from the existing example. So that is why generative generation of images, audio and video. Then is the second term is adversarial. Adversarial here means adverse. Adverse means oppose. So what is opposite here? There are two networks that oppose each other. So that is why adversarial. And what are these networks? These networks are, first is the generator and the second is the discriminator. So these two networks oppose each other. So that is why we say it is adversarial. Then is network, because this is a neural network architecture, that is why we call it as a network. So generative because it is generating, adversarial because it is opposing, two networks are opposing each other, and we have a neural network architecture, so that is why generative adversarial network. Then is generator. Generator is the first neural network that is involved in GAN. The purpose for this is to generate. Now what will it generate? It will generate synthetic data. Now what is synthetic data? Synthetic data is the artificially generated data that mimics real world data. The real world data is the data that has been obtained by experiments, for which the observation is done and for which the readings have been noted down. So that is the real world data. And artificial data is the data that has been generated by using machine learning models and statistical models. So this is artificially generated. So this artificially generated data is called as synthetic data. And what is the need of this synthetic data is, the first need is the privacy protection. Like you have a particular financial institution where you analyze the credit card customer transaction data, so you don't want to give your real data for analysis. So in that case privacy protection is important, so synthetic data can be used. Similarly, another area is data augmentation. The size of your data is less, so you want to increase it. Your data is not diverse, you want more diversity in your data. You want to make your model generalized, so you augment the data. So this is the second need of synthetic data. Then is the third need is the testing and the validation. You want to test your model. Your model is working fine or not. Accuracy is okay or not. Other parameters are to be observed. So for that purpose also synthetic data can be used. Similarly, for validation purpose, that is for fine tuning hyperparameters and for selecting a suitable model, this synthetic data could also be used. So these are the three needs of synthetic data: privacy, and second is data augmentation, and third is testing and validation. Then is the discriminator. Discriminator is the second neural network that is involved in generative adversarial network, and the purpose for discriminator is that it acts as a binary classifier. Now what is this binary classifier? This binary classifier checks whether the data is real or whether it is fake. Let us see the architecture of it. We have a source uh, which generates the real data. Similarly, we have a generator that generates the fake data, and discriminator is the one that is checking whether the fake data that is trying to be real is accepted or not. So it accepts it or it rejects it. This is the basic architecture for your generative adversarial network. And target applications areas are image generation. Like you can use the deep fake technology by which you can create highly convincing fake images and videos that can be used for entertainment purpose or for malicious purposes. Similarly, another target area could be fashion and design. Just like we have lens cart, in which different kind of specs can be seen on your faces. Similarly, we can explore this GAN in field of fashion and design, where we can design clothing and accessories by generating and evaluating design variations, fabrics and patterns. The third application area could be super resolution imaging. You have a satellite images. The satellite images is of low resolution, and we want to upscale it so that our image could reveal finer details out of it. So it can also be used for super resolution imaging. So this was the data related to generative adversarial network. And if you got some knowledge from the video, then do like, comment, share and subscribe. And thanks for watching.